we need to talk about the incorrect years of Ramayana, showing online between 12,000, 1.2, maybe a misprint, 12 million years, but actually it's 17.5 million years. So 4 slides debunking all lesser ages. First slide is of our scriptural evidence. In many places you have 4 tusked elephants, many different scriptures. Many are in the Ramayana of Valmiki that show there were 4 tusked elephants and 3 tusked elephants seen by Hanuman in Ravana's Lanka. We also see by copper inscription a character seeing hundreds of thousands of 4 tusked elephants in battles in his lifetime. What we see in the paleontological fossil record, here's a picture of a 4 tusked elephant dug up, exhumed from Congo, and various 4 tusked elephants in museums around the world. And herein shows Krishna saying of the Devas, I am Lord Indra, by the way, is the rider of Airavata. Krishna also says of the great elephant, I am Airavata. Third slide shows the paleontological lineages of 3 crest and 4 crest toothed elephants on the fossil record over millions of years, and you can see by the red boxes with the red line showing which fossils, which creatures lived in Ramayana's day. Finally, the 4th slide is of the mathematical treatise of many scriptures again, the Siddhanta, Surya Siddhanta. Any Mahapurana, which you take the mathematics from, of the puranic timing, you see that you start with divine or celestial years. Simply turn over any page of those Mahapuranas and you will see the next part of the equation, which you need to multiply by 360 to get human years, manusyas. 1,000 times 360, you may find 360,000 is the limit, but you see in other Puranas, or the Vishnu Purana, that adds the important 10% for Sandhyamsha and 10% for the Sandhyas, that is the dawn and the dusk of each age. You add that 20% to the 360,000, you get 432,000. 432,000 is the basis of our Kali Yuga, which is cyclical. Before the Kali Yuga, we have the Dwapara Yuga, and that is 432 multiplied by 2. If you know our 432,000 times table, then we know it is 864,000 for Dwapara Yuga. Before that was the Treta Yuga, which is 1,296,000, and then before that it is the perfect Satya Yuga, also known as Kruta Yuga. Kruta meaning 4, because it is 4 cycles of the 432. What is it? 1,728,000. So you take those 4 yugas, put them together, and you have 4,320,000 years, and that is just one Kata Yuga, also known as one Mahayuga. I prefer Kata Yuga because it is pertaining of the 4 Kali, Dwapara, Treta and Satya. Finally, because we know that Ramachandra was born son of Dasaratha in the 9th Katra of the 24th Treta Yuga, and now we're in the 28th Kali Yuga, you multiply 4.32 million years between the 24th and the 28th Yuga. Add the Dwapara Yuga before, another 864,000. And you end up with around 17.5 million years, as well as all the fossil evidence you need for the 4 tusked great elephants that Hanuman saw in the city of Lanka. Why do we have all these ludicrous dates, these tiny dates of a few thousand years? That is because during the British invasion, who, by their own words, like H.H. Wilson, these chairs of the Boden chairs, the military arm of learning Sanskrit, and to, in their words, uproot the 3,800 years of the Vedas. Why they said 3,800 years? That is to fit into their Christian time frame of Bishop of Ulster, who maintained that the earth is only 4,004 years BC. By his genealogical reconstruction of the mere human years of Adam and Eve all the way to current time. And so with the biblical flood, they have just a few thousand years, so they don't want the Vedic 311.04 trillion of Brahma years to supersede the Christian Genesis. Not only the likes of H.H. Wilson, who in 1840 interpreted the Vishnu Puranas. You also have his second in line, you have the Griffiths and the other Christian missionaries to take up the uprooting of the Vedas, trying their best too. William Jones Jr. in the late 1700s, one of the first invaders, he also specifically said that he has to go by the Christian Genesis. And yet sadly today he's still regarded as a great Indologist. The problem with Indologists is that they have no spirituality.